Oh, and this is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome into a Wednesday. And you know what time it is. I already see it over there in the chat. You guys know the rants are on the way on an F-Day Wednesday. I am the coach. This is Coach and Company. We are live on the Stadium Network and everywhere the stadium is. Amazon Prime Video, DirecTV, YouTube TV, Vizio, LG. The list goes on and on. Now, a little bit of housekeeping before I bring my guys in. Yesterday, a kiss your sister kind of day for the brand. We were 6-3 on Monday. Yesterday, 5-5. And look at Soupy living on the edge of a lightning bolt. The Thunder win by 12. Great cover there. 1-1, and I will deal with young Peyton in a moment. Now, we got a busy schedule out of BTT Studios today. Yesterday, so many of you watched our Coach and Company podcast. We had Ben Garrett on. It is live on our YouTube page right now. He is the beat writer that Lane Kiffin threatened on the sidelines last week. I have a short up on my X. It's an incredible interview. It's almost an hour, but it's worth your time. I encourage you to go watch it right now. Also, Off the Ropes, 2 to 4 Eastern time, all your pro wrestling topics on SiriusXM channel 156, and also Coach and Bro, biggest episode we've ever done according to the numbers. That's on our BTT YouTube page. All of our content is blowing up, but it's blowing up. Now, also, we have premium pop-ups. We've been so busy this week. We haven't had one. We're hoping to have one tomorrow night. Mikey's pushing for tonight, but I'm saying no because we have something else that he needs to tend to that I'll get to in a moment. All right. We also have the 25 days of Coachmas. We got NBA Showcase. We've got very interesting. The guys are trying to circle the wagons, go behind the outdoor. That's okay. Go ahead. Bring them on up, producer man. Bring them all up because I got something I got to get to right here and right now. Here at the brand, family is everything to us. Our family and our – you can bring them up. Go ahead and bring them up, producer. That's fine. And I'm going to go right over to Mikey P because, Mikey, you've been such an important part of what we've been doing, what we're doing the last month or two. But there's somebody behind you that has allowed you to be a part of it. The floor is yours.
Yeah, Coach, thank you very much. As much as I'm excited for today and getting the Ben Johnson tattoo, first and foremost, I want to give flowers to the right people. Coach, job well done on the interview with Ben Garrett, and thank you to everyone who's supporting it. Most importantly, though, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Lady C. I got very lucky, guys. I am not someone who should be in this position that I'm in, but she's been all in on the brand, all in on giving me the opportunity. And we're building our own little family one step at a time. So I'm happy that I have her, and happy birthday.
That is worth a Raphael clap right there. Well done, Lady C in the chat. Everybody, go ahead and wish her a happy birthday. While you're there, hit that like button. It really helps the show grow, too. All right, next, right below, he's the executive producer for BetMGM tonight. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, company. Hey, happy birthday, Lady C. Mikey P. Good move there. Maybe if I had done that, I wouldn't be on my third marriage.
Very true. Very true. By the way, he overachieved, Brandon, like majorly overachieved. All right, next, this guy is our numbers guy, and he's about to get busier, and busier. Say good morning to Raphael Esparza. Good morning, Raphael.
Morning, Coach. Good morning, family. Happy birthday, Lady C. And Coach, I learned so much from your interview yesterday about Lane Kiffin that I did not know. So hats off. It was just one of those interviews. I was writing stuff down because I didn't know that. I kept on saying that to myself. I didn't know that. So hats off.
Thank you. I was saying that in the moment. There's at least 15 or 20 nuggets the national media simply did not know. That's in that interview. People, you got to go and watch it. I'm telling you, I don't care about the views. I don't. I care about you getting the right information. Now, this man is becoming an absolute heartthrob right before our very eyes. And I'm telling you right now, I got a call the other night, and it said Tommy Carlucci, but it was the wife, Michelle. Tommy, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. Happy birthday, Lady C. It's a Wednesday. It's a hump day. It's going to be a great day, guys. And, Coach, congratulations on the interview. Only Coach and Company can get stuff like that and get the real deal, and you hear everything. Congrats on that, guys.
Thank you very much, Big Tommy. And please don't ever say Lady C's birthday, Mikey, and Hump Day in the same sentence. We don't want any of that. We don't want any of that. All right, we got to get to it because we got picks and we've got 25 days to Coachman's gifts to unpack underneath the tree. So I got one very simple question. Oh, Mikey says today's my Brandon. You're like 3 seconds behind, big dog. 3 seconds behind. All
I
right,
blame a lag.
that's true. Wi-Fi screwy. Mikey P, best bet. Start us off. Go.
I want to make a declaration first and foremost. Coach, this is the last time. If this man does not come through, this is the last time he will ever be a Mikey P best bet. So I'm planting the flag one last time. Cooper flag, 21 points and assist. I swear to God, Cooper, if you don't do it this time, you're dead to me. It's a rematch against the Heat, which you screwed me on last week. Let's go Cooper flag. And then give me the Atlanta Hawks -3.5. I don't know what's happening with the LA Clippers and La La Land. I think the Hawks roll in this one tonight.
Can't believe you're playing Cooper flag. I almost want to throw a coach's challenge just to do it.
What?
All right. All right, Brandon, coming down to you. What do you got?
Let's go to the college hardwood. Let's go Clemson +10.5 in the ACC SEC Challenge against Alabama at -110. Clemson shoots the 3-ball just as well as Alabama does. I think they keep it close. Then let's go Bucks money line versus the Pistons in the NBA at +155. The Bucks are a much better team at home, and they're starting to get healthy. And then let's go to the ice. You know I got to do it. And let's stick with a team I've been hot with all month long. Let's go with the Ducks money line versus the Mammoth. I can't believe they're only -110. Me and Raphael were talking about that. It's a crazy line against a really bad Mammoth team. So give me the Ducks money line tonight.
Yeah, we had them as a best bet 2 nights ago. They won in St. Louis 4-1 easy. That was easy.
Yeah.
So stay on that train. Thank you, Brandon, very, very much. Now, Big Tommy, it's not like Brandon's going straight against you, but there's only a 3.5 point window. We call that a Raphael middle. If you know, you know. So, I mean, you can take a shot at Brandon if you want, but you're up.
Coach, I got the Pistons -3.5, -105. This little note for Brandon. The Bucks have failed to cover the spread in 6 of their last 7 games as underdogs. I know Coach likes this one. Pistons Bucks over total points 232.5 -110. 10 of the last 11 games between the Pistons and the Bucks have gone over the total points line. There you go, Brandon.
Wow, Brandon, coming right at you, dog, right at you.
That's fine, but when my money hits and his money doesn't, I don't want him to yell at me.
Wow. 17-4. Pistons are 17-4.
That's
Milwaukee, I'm oh, there they are. They're at 11th at 9-13. Oh, we'll see. All right, I'm going to go next. I got 3 big plays today. I won't waste any time. Spurs Magic over 234. If you watch the show every single day, you know the Magic that flipped the switch. They're an absolute over team now. The Spurs have been an over team. I cashed with them with the Grizzlies, and we're going to do it again tonight. Then Blazers Cavs over 240.5. Yes, it's a high total. But when they play in this arena, the rims are friendly. All the teams shoot well. That's why I also went with a player prop. I would love for Soupy to try to spell that one that I just pronounced because I butchered it on purpose, Soupy. Over 24.5. This guy is an absolute dog. He never met a shot that he didn't like. He's averaging over 25 points a game. And when you play a team that's up-tempo like the Cavs, you get a lot more possessions. I love his number tonight to say he'll probably go over 30, to be honest with you. Raphael, you're up. Bring us home.
We're going with the Heat Mavs. Both teams to score over 115 points. Miami's on the road. You know what they're averaging on the road? 125 points per game. And this Mavericks team, I like Cooper Flag's number, Mikey, because Anthony Davis and the Mavericks are playing much better with the big man on the court. So I like both teams to score 115.5 points tonight. And then give me college basketball. Give me Texas -2.5. Look at the money line. If you can get it -150 or lower, I would take it or wait to see if it drops to 2. I just like Texas. Virginia's 1-5 against the spread playing as an underdog. I think we're going to see a high scoring game. Give me Texas at home, who are perfect at home.
All right, so we got 5, 8, 10, 12 plays. So I need 8 and 4. If we go 8 and 4 today, live on tomorrow's show, we will do the Wheel of Doom, and I will give out a free piece of merch if we go 8 and 4. Now, we are doing something that's kind of fun because not everything has to be serious. You know, we're not just about sports betting. We love sports in general. Stadium loves sports as well, and we like to give back. So this is let me check my notes, 3 of our 25 days to Coachmas. All right, this could be a storyline. This could lead to a cash bet. It could be a little bit of everything. Brandon, you're top left. What are we unwrapping this morning for you?
In the SEC ACC challenge, which is going on right now in college basketball, since its inception in 2023, the SEC is 14-2 against the ACC, absolutely dominating. However, the ACC is 7-7, or I'm sorry, 8-8 against the spread.
Yeah, Duke didn't cover last night, but they won. But they were giving 7.5, so that falls right into your gift today. Money line, maybe not the spread. Brandon, thank you very much. Let's come over to the left. Big Tommy, what are you unwrapping underneath your tree today?
You know, Coach, this is a big gift. And if you're a big-time football fan, my background is TV production, as you know, Coach, and producer man's in TV production. You are also. This Hard Knocks show is one of the best edited, produced shows I have ever seen ever in sports documentaries. Everything is perfect. And fans, I want you to just watch this show, listen to the music. Music makes the piece. Just think of Jaws without the music. Just think of The Godfather without music. This show is done. The writing's impeccable. Liv Schreiber, the VO guy, is incredible. This is one incredible show, and HBO knocks it out of the park every time.
I didn't know they had an in-season Hard Knocks, Tommy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
This is a perfect gift.
Yes.
It's a perfect gift for me.
Yes, it is.
Oh, awesome, Tommy. Thank you very much. All right, let's come down bottom left. Raphael, what are you unwrapping today?
My perfect gift is for every Indiana Hoosier fan. Because right now, the Heisman is battle between three quarterbacks. Diego Pavia, you're not in it. He was a favorite yesterday at plus 165. Julian Sayin, Ohio State, plus 165. And then my main man, Fernando Mania Mendoza, right now at plus 165. If the Hoosiers beat Ohio State on Saturday, just give him the trophy. Take the plus 165 now. Take the plus 175 for Indiana to beat Ohio State, and you'll have a nice Christmas.
Rarely do you get number one against number two on championship Saturday. That's going to be a little nice added gift as well. All right, Mikey P., what are you unwrapping, sir?
It's not about me. It's about someone else giving to everyone. And Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears head coach, took his shirt off in the locker room, not just because they beat the Philadelphia Eagles, but by doing so yesterday, 2,000 hot dogs were given out to Bears fans across the city from the Wiener Circle. But that's not all. Ben Johnson's also giving me a reason to take off my shirt later today as we get the good or best tattoo. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I thought you were getting a tramp stamp. I thought we were clear on that.
This coaching company tramp stamp, good, better, best on the back.
Wow, God. I don't want to see either one of those things. I really, really don't. My gift is, I'm going to pat myself on the back. My gift to you is go watch the Ben Garrett interview. Ben is an amazing storyteller. This guy, he looks like he's 15, but he's actually 40 years old. I'm telling you, you will walk away going, damn. I promise you. You want to go and watch that video. It is live in your coaching company YouTube feed right freaking now. Now, we're just getting started here. We've got our rants coming up on the other side. We're looking forward to the big college football games and also one big game on the NBA hardwood this morning in our NBA showcase. This is Coaching Company live on Stadia.
Down for some deep sea fishing? Crack of dawn Saturday?
We're gonna be all right. We're four big, strong men.
Nicholas, it's Mom. I know you went out fishing this morning. This big storm's supposed to hit.
We left some men out on the open water.
4 men in the middle of a giant storm.
This is now a rescue mission.
No visuals. Weather getting worse.
Captain, is my boy still alive?
Hope is the strongest thing that we have.
Hang on! Oh, today's show presented by Not Without Hope, starring Josh Duhamel. Thank you to them for coming on board for the next couple of weeks. Gentlemen, we continue to watch on our YouTube page, you degenerates out there. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but People Magazine posted an interview or whatever you want to call it with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And in the interview, they reveal that in 2.5 years, they've never had one single argument. We've all been married or long-term relationships. Big Tommy, do you believe them for a second?
No, Coach, that's a bunch of BS. Come on. Are you kidding me? 2 high-level, big-time stars not getting in an argument? Oh, come on. That is just a joke. They've had some battles, but they just won't tell you about it because they're the perfect couple, everybody. Oh, my
Mr.
God.
3 marriages. Brandon's already shaking his head.
If they haven't had an argument, Coach, this thing is not lasting much longer because as soon as they do finally have an argument, it's going to hit the fan and everything's going to come out. And look, I just stop. You've argued.
Mikey, tread carefully. Lady C's in the chat.
Yeah, I know. Coach, first of all, it's kind of hard to argue when he's in room 28 and she's in room 5. You can't hear across the mansion that they have. But for you as a Chiefs fan, I would be worried. Like, we all know that our significant others like to pop off. So are you telling me Taylor never said you couldn't catch that touchdown pass? You couldn't get that first down? What are we doing? What are we doing, Taylor?
This is the same woman who went bananas for a 2-yard catch like he had caught a touchdown. That's when it was all dead to me boo thing. All right, Raphael, Mr. Just Mr. Your take.
I've been married 25 years, 0 arguments. What are you guys talking about? And Mikey, room 5, she's in suite 5. He's in a room. Get that straight.
Raphael would actually have to talk to his wife in order to have an argument with his wife. Let's be very, very clear on that. Very, very clear on that. All right, Travis, come on. Next 5 games. Put boo thing to the side, and let's take care of business. Finish on a 5-0. All right, we're back live. It's time for rants in 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's Coach Company here live on Stadium, YouTube, socials, Amazon Prime. We absolutely love all of our partners. This week or this day, every week is a special, special day. But when you get to the holidays, you start to think about your loved ones, those that you really, really like, and those that you want to be around. We loved being around our guy, Howie Schwab, who about 18 months ago, unfortunately passed away unexpectedly. But he was a vital part of what we do. He loved being a part of the show, and he loved being around the guys. But he hated technology, and that's why he would love to say the F word. So every single Wednesday, in remembrance of our guy, you know that every day, even Wednesdays, oh, yes, they can be an F day.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with my guy, my heartthrob, my Mr. Thumbs. Because the other night, as I'm watching Monday Night Football, kind of, out of the corner of my eye, I'm watching Raphael get into the Legends Lounge for a 3rd time. And then they lined up to try to cut into the lead. And apparently they decided to do a field goal like a 3rd grader or somebody on College Game Day would do it. So, Tommy, I have one very simple question for you this morning. What are you ranting on today?
Coach, I'm going to steal a line from Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. And once again, on national TV, the Giants do something incredible. And you know what that is? That's the Giants kicker who can't kick. He caught his foot in the grass. How many kickers have you seen done this? I've never seen this. Caught his foot in the grass. You do this for a living. Do you practice at all? He caught his foot in the grass. It was just incredible. It was another Giants first, and it's just another thing happening with this terrible season. And the other thing, Abdul Carter, right? The discipline of Abdul Carter. Kafka decided to sit him out for whole 2 series. Oh my God. What discipline was that? Because he was sleeping in a meeting again. Abdul Carter, a little message. You're playing in New York. Smarten up, kid. This is not Carolina. Everybody sees this on social media. Smarten up, get right, and play some ball. Please.
I've never benched you for sleeping during a pre-show production meeting. Never done it. Never. I never would do it. I never would do it. Abdul Carter.
All 2.
Ridiculous. Through the first quarter. I just always imagined, I loved when I lived on the East Coast watching games with Tommy because
Oh,
the whole neighborhood would hear. The
Oh,
whole
yeah.
neighborhood would hear.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's come catty corner. Big Mikey P coming over to you because I know you don't like it when people feel sorry for a certain position in the NFL. So I ask you, what are you ranting on today?
In that Monday Night Football game that Tommy C was just referring to, the internet and every fan in the stadium was feeling bad because Jackson Dart took a, wait for it, legal hit in bounds. And then Drake May and Mike Vrabel said, oh, this is just part of the game. I warned my team about it on offense and defense. Hey, until you start feeling sorry for the offensive linemen who clash heads every single play, or the 5'2" running backs who get demolished on punt returns, I don't want to hear, oh, I'm so worried about the quarterback. They're playing the game in a legal play, and it's a violent game. You guys want to always feel sorry for these NFL players, but if it's not a dirty hit and it's not out of bounds, who cares? It's part of football.
Jackson Dart. His career is going to be cut way short if he doesn't stop doing that, however. All right. Now, we know the college football playoffs coming up on Saturday. We're going to break down the big games coming up in about 12 minutes from right now. But some teams you might feel like don't deserve to be in this said playoff. Brandon, coming over to you. What are you ranting on today?
The ACC is absolutely, positively the dumbest conference in all of college football. We're going to put Duke in the college football playoff game, or I'm sorry, in the ACC title game for a chance to go to the college football playoff against Virginia behind 4 teams with better records, one of which they lost to in the regular season. Oh, but Duke had their opponents had a better winning percentage. Shut up, nerds. Shut up. I don't care about Duke. They lost to UConn. You know what I hope happens? I hope Duke wins this ACC title game, because if they do get into college football playoff, they're going to be a 25-point underdog to whoever they play. And I hope the college football committee responds by, if Duke wins the ACC title, they let Tulane and JMU into the college football playoff, and the ACC is on the outside looking in.
Boy, wouldn't that be something? It looks like it's going to be Oregon, whoever plays that 12 seed. So they'd have to travel all the way to Eugene to play the Ducks and get blown out. I love all 3 rants so far. Now, I watched the post game of the Lakers the other night when LeBron James barely got that 10 points to extend his streak to over 1,200 games. It's the longest. Michael Jordan, 400 less. And as he was being interviewed, LeBron James was like, hey, I'm getting old. I'm feeling things I didn't feel before. You guys know what I'm talking about. You do. So, Raphael, I come over to you. What are you ranting on today?
When did NBA players become so soft? Now these NBA players will only play when they're 100%. Remember we used to watch Larry Bird lay on his back with a heating pad when he would come out of a game, and then he would come right back in the game? Zion Williams is now missing another 3 weeks because of a hip. Not a knee, not an ankle, a hip injury. The Pelicans have paid him almost $130 million. That means the Pels have roughly paid him $71 million to sit on my couch and watch them lose games. It's a hip injury, not a leg, not a knee, not an ankle, a hip injury. Why are you so soft? Play when you're getting paid.
Hey, at least he's lost 40 pounds. He looks good. He really, really does. Plenty more on the NBA, by the way, coming up in about 20 minutes. Also, more on Chris Paul news as well. Gentlemen, I'm going to go next. And as I look at my short on the X right now, we are over 150,000 views on our interview yesterday, which means a lot of people are watching the show. Means a lot of people are watching our content, including Ole Miss, including Lane Kiffin. Why do I say that? Because I said on this brand and on our podcast that the Ole Miss Rebels, by not allowing at least one of the offensive coaches to stay, we're screwing over the kids at Ole Miss. It's Lane Kiffin's offense. It's Charlie Weiss's offense. He goes all the way back to Florida Atlantic with Lane Kiffin. He's been with them for well over the 6 years. But if you don't have one of those 2 guys calling the plays in the playoffs and they moved up to 6, they had no shot. Well, guess what they announced yesterday? Charlie Weis is going back to Ole Miss to coach in the college football playoffs. Lane Kiffin announced it as if he had done something mind-breaking, all of it, or groundbreaking, depending on where you live. And I'm telling you right now, it'll be the best decision Ole Miss ever makes. And it would not surprise me if during the next month, they convince Charlie Weis Jr. to stay at Ole Miss as all of this negativity continues to follow Lane Kiffin at LSU. Good on you. Good for Lane Kiffin. Now Ole Miss at least has a shot in the college football playoffs. Now, Brandon, let me come over to you because I know you have quite the opinion also on this Lane Kiffin situation. Your take?
Yeah, look, there's a lot of people out there that want to sit there and say, "Oh, Lane Kiffin abandoned the kids. Lane Kiffin, abandoned his priorities over at Ole Miss." Lane Kiffin tried to stay, people. Lane Kiffin wanted to stay, wanted to coach throughout the college football playoff. Ole Miss told him to go pound sand. So stop blaming Lane Kiffin when he wanted to finish out what it was. And these kids, they're going to follow him. These kids are going to take the bag as well. These kids are going to go to LSU because they are paid athletes. They are no longer student athletes with no choice in the matter. They get paid, and LSU is going to pay them more money.
Brandon, I've got a lot of respect for you. I love that you are a part of our brand, and I love when you're on the show. But I could not, and I repeat, could not disagree with you more. He wanted to stay because that was the good look. He wanted his cake, and he wanted to eat it too. He walked out. Did anybody see the little short, that little TikTok that the defensive lineman posted yesterday making fun of Lane Kiffin? Brandon, you can't be serious with your take right now. I'm being dead serious. You can't be serious that when Lane Kiffin walks in, and he should have stayed. He should have been like, LSU, thank you. Sometimes in life, the timing's off. The timing is off. No longer in college football is that, well, those are the top 3 jobs. Every job can be a good one in the SEC. They've got the same NIL money. They've got the same opportunities. Maybe the city's not great, but Brandon, seriously? You think that they should have let him stay when he walked out on a college football playoff team?
Coach, I love you. And look, I don't disagree that Ole Miss is probably the better job right now than LSU. I agree with you there, and I agree with you that he should have stayed. But where I disagree is that he tried to stay to coach. Sure, maybe he wanted his cake and wanted to eat it too, but he tried to stay. He didn't walk out on the college football playoff run. They pushed him out on the college football playoff run. Should he have stayed at Ole Miss?
Clearly, you haven't watched our interview with Ben Garrett yesterday. Because if you had, you've been watching the national media. Go watch that interview, and then you and I will talk later today or tomorrow. It's been going on for 4 weeks. They've known for 4 weeks that this was going to happen. He's been trying for 4 weeks, and they've been telling him, no, and giving coaches an ultimatum. You get on the plane or you're out. What are we doing? Now, Charlie Weis Jr., he's getting $2 million a year to be the OC. So, when you're an assistant coach, you got to take that kind of money. But when you're Lane Kiffin, to me, especially, I think it's what's different, and I love this back and forth in all honesty, is he's had so many big jobs. It's not like Sumrall, who's going to coach Tulane if they make it to the playoffs and then go to Florida. He's had Tennessee, the Raiders, USC. So him saying, oh, this is a big job for me, it's not. This is like his 4th big job. Oh, I love this topic. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you very much. Big Tommy, I know you got to get going.
Yes, sir.
Any final word for all of your admirers in the chat?
Keep them coming. Just keep them coming. Keep the DMs coming. Big Tommy C and the ring will always be here. Have a great day, guys. I love you all. Thank you. Have a great show.
He's the one and only Big Tommy C. Coming up on the other side, we dive in to the College Football Championship Weekend games. It's Coach and Company right here on Stadium. This is a good one, guys. I don't know, when you get to do what I get to do, you get a lot of information sent to you. Guys, this story is amazing. So Kalani Sitake, who I don't know that well, when you watch him on the sidelines at BYU, you don't think he's this great leader, but apparently he is. Did you guys hear this one? That Penn State wanted him so badly that BYU and their wealthy alum and supporters says, Not so fast, Penn State. So a nutritionist CEO and the head of Crumble Cookies ponied up reportedly between $15 and $20 million a year for Sataki to stay at BYU. Shockingly, Mikey, he said yes. Does that surprise you?
I mean, money talks, right? That's been the theme in college football. Crumble cookies, kind of fitting with how the BYU season has looked these last few weeks. But honestly, thank you. Thank you so much to a head coach for staying with their program and telling another big name university, I'm good where I'm at. I love that.
He also said, Brandon, if you want to talk to me, you got to wait until my season is done, whether it's a bowl game, whether it's the playoffs, which they could still make it if they beat Texas Tech this week. And he was not willing to talk to anybody. I like Mikey, thought it was kind of refreshing.
Yeah, and the NCAA needs to step in and do something about this, right? Like, and until they do, I don't blame these coaches for taking interviews, for talking, and for taking jobs. Look, Coach, I love you guys. I love everybody on this show. But if NBC came to me right now and said, hey, we're going to give you $20 million to leave that show, sorry, guys, I'm leaving the show because I'm getting $20 million more dollars. What are we talking about?
1,000%. 1,000%. And I also think if the schedule was different, that Lane, and I asked Ben in the interview, I said, hey, if this would have been at the end of the season after the playoff, would it have been different? He goes 1,000%. But it wasn't, and he walked out on the team. That's why the optics look so bad. But it's all about timing. NCAA needs to change. Raphael, sorry, bud. I got no time for you, Rafi. We're back live in 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Having a great time here today on an F-Day Rant Wednesday. We're only halfway home. It's about 10:32 if you're watching us live in the East, 7:32 out here on the West Coast. Still to come in about 15 minutes, our NBA showcase, just one game on national TV tonight. It's the Heat and the Dallas Mavericks. We do have some breaking news out of the NBA that I'll get to as well in about 15 minutes. But it is championship weekend in college football. So many things to be settled. So, for the final time in the regular season, it's time. Let's go back to school. This week is fascinating, guys, because we have some games that the two teams really, it doesn't matter what happens. Then you got other games that everything matters. So I want to start in the Big 12. We were talking about on the YouTube break with our YouTube incredibly important people in the chat that BYU is keeping their head coach to talk. Now, they are taking on Texas Tech, who's very, very good. And Tech right now is obviously the favorite to get in. But whoever wins this Big 12 championship will have a spot. Mikey, let me start with you, because I think BYU will have a little added motivation. The problem is they don't match up very well with Texas Tech. We've already seen that.
Motivation's nice, Coach, but BYU's performance the last time we saw them play Texas Tech was not. I think they crossed the 50-yard line once or twice in that game. Yes, because of the way these conferences work out, these two teams have to play each other. But I'm hammering Texas Tech at minus 12.5. 49.5, I feel like Texas Tech could carry this number, but I'm not ready to sit here and say over or under yet. But that Red Raiders defense is legit. That's why Texas Tech is a top 4 team. They're going to shut down BYU top to bottom.
Yeah, Tech slid into the top 4 spot, which is so important. You're saving yourself a game. You're getting a bye. So they also have equal motivation. I think if Tech loses, they still will stay in the playoffs. They just won't have the bye. Raphael, coming over to you, 29-7 back on November 8th. They just dominated physically and every position on the field. That's why the number's at 12.5.
Yeah, and speed kills. Defense. The Texas Tech defense was just all over the field against BYU's offense. There's no way it's going to be 12.5. This will probably go to 13. I don't think 13.5, but money's been coming in on the under. So if you like the over, I say wait. I just don't see BYU upsetting them at all. Just Texas Tech. It just is too powerful.
It takes your words away when you try to even come up with a reason of how they could win on the field. Brandon, I know you love this Tech team because they are the highest NIL squad in America. They put over $20 million into this football team, and it has certainly paid off.
Yeah, look, Texas Tech is really good, especially on the defensive side of the ball, as BYU saw the last time they were out. Only scoring 7 points. This is the only time all year BYU saw a real football team on the field, and they got their butts handed to them. So, look, I think BYU gets it again. I think Texas Tech rolls them, and I just think that BYU getting into the college football playoff would be a travesty, just like Duke.
I do too. It would be almost like just a sacrificial lamb if they got in, even if they beat Texas Tech. There's just some teams that you don't want to see those matchups. And when you look at me, I'm like, that wouldn't be a good matchup at all. Now, I mentioned that there's some games like this one where everything matters. Then there's the SEC championship. And this is kind of a gray area game for me. Georgia, they're a top 4 team. Right now, they're slotted in to the 3rd spot. They're taking on Alabama. And Alabama is below Oklahoma. So Oklahoma looks to be a lock. Right now, we have 5 SEC teams that would get in. If Alabama loses, Mikey, let me start with you. That would be 3 losses. We've really never seen a 3-loss team get into the playoffs. Are they safe if they lose to Georgia?
I don't believe so because they've lost to some high-level, high-ranked opponents, including those Oklahoma Sooners you just talked about. And this game matters obviously more for Alabama than it does Georgia, but I would also argue that it matters just as much for Georgia because of what's at stake. If you don't pass the eye test, what is the committee going to do? Are they going to take you? Now, you win the SEC, that speaks volumes. But if this is a very close and dirty game, I don't know that everyone's going to be gung-ho on Georgia. So this is a very, very intriguing game for me.
Back on September 27th, seems like a lifetime ago, Raphael, Alabama beat Georgia 24-21 at Georgia. So they have that in their back pocket. Does that even matter this Saturday, though?
I think it does matters for Georgia because they hate losing to Alabama. We saw an under game that one, 24-21. We're going to see an under game in this one. I think it's his defense. Whoever can establish the run early, I think wins this game. I like Georgia. I think it's a soft number, 2.5. Give me the Bulldogs.
It's interesting because I tend to lean that way. But, Brandon, I watched that entire game last week against Georgia Tech, and the Bulldogs' offense looked awful against the Yellow Jackets. How are they going to score enough to beat Alabama?
Yeah, I mean, look, the Georgia Tech is actually a not a bad team. I don't know why the ACC doesn't see that and put them in the title game. But in the SEC title game, Georgia, Alabama, it doesn't matter who loses this game because both of these teams are in. Alabama, yes, 3 losses. I think Notre Dame would be the odd man out if it were between Notre Dame and Alabama because of Alabama's strength of schedule. Yes, they've lost to 2 high-ranked opponents, but they've also beaten 4 of them, and 2 of those were on the road. I think Bama's in no matter what happens.
They've beaten Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee, LSU. They lost to Oklahoma, and then they beat Auburn. You're right. They've got a really good strength of schedule. Their 2 losses, week 1, Florida State. That was a bad one. And then they lost to Oklahoma by 2 at home. That's why the Sooners, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all SEC teams. A&M's already in. Oklahoma's going to be in. It's about Alabama. It's about Georgia inside that top 4. So it's going to be fascinating to see. But I think we're going to see 5. I think we will see 5 SEC teams in ultimately when it's all said and done. Now, let's go over to a game that, as I said, doesn't matter at all outside of the seeding. And this is in the Big Ten. You've got number 1 Ohio State with a bullet. They have not been challenged the entire year except for Texas, who is on the outside looking in. Sorry, Sark, you're not going to get in, pal. And they're taking on number 2 Indiana. Google me, please. So, Mikey, if this game doesn't matter, do the coaches think a bye? There's got to be something on the line here. Is it the bye?
How about pride and reputation, Coach? I understand what Kurt Cignetti has done over the last 2 years, but does America? If you go in and beat Ohio State with one of the best defenses we've seen in college football over the last decade, with this high-powered offense, with a Heisman hopeful in Fernando Mendoza, this game absolutely matters. Throw out the seeding. Let's talk about the future of the Big Ten. Let's talk about the future of Indiana. I like the Hoosiers to pull off the upset here.
Very interesting. Raphael, let me come over to you. Indiana has proven they will blow some people out. They'll score 50 and hold them to 3. We had Purdue over 11. We thought this is a lock. They didn't get close to 11 points. How do you see this one playing out?
I don't think Ohio State really cares for this game. Indiana cares for this game because we're still talking about how bad they looked against Notre Dame last year. This is a big game for Indiana. Indiana, I'm with Mikey. Hoosiers win.
I love having a head coach that when you walk onto the field, he doesn't say, let's sit our guys, or this doesn't matter, like the Pitt head coach. Brandon, they have a head coach that understands what Indiana's history is, and it's nothing. They need to start a legacy at some point. Why not do it against the number 1 team in the country?
Yeah, Kurt Cignetti and the boys, don't tell them that this doesn't matter. Don't tell Fernando Mendoza, who's vying for a Heisman, that this game doesn't matter. They are absolutely going to be up for this game. And if Ohio State wants to be looked at as a team that just didn't play anybody this year and is heading into the college football playoff playing a good team for the first time, they better win this game and they better wake up, because Fernando Mendoza, Kurt Cignetti and the boys, they're coming for you.
They are. 8 o'clock. It's going to be that late game. I'm absolutely going to love it. It's going to be incredible. I'm assuming that, Big Ten, it'll be the Fox game. It'll be Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson this Saturday night. Give me some. Touchdown, Indiana. All right. We're not going to do the ACC game because, Brandon, you've already taken care of that for us. But there is a group of 5. And I don't like people that don't give them credit. Everybody deserves a seat at the table. So we've got Tulane. We've got North Texas. We've got James Madison also playing that day, but they have a much weaker strength of schedule. So, Mikey, let me come over to you, because Tulane's a fascinating team right now. They've already lost their head coach, but because of the level that they're at and because he gets along, I love you, sweetheart, good luck today, they are in a position where he's going to coach all the way through the playoffs, and then he will go to Florida. So there is no animosity here. The players understand it. We all understand it. So can Tulane get the job done, take care of business, and get a spot in the playoffs?
With all due respect, no respect to North Texas or James Madison because of what you just said. Forget any other coach that we've talked about today. Summerall, I want to see what you can do now. I'm now all in on Tulane. We know the quarterback had to transfer out of BYU. He came here. He's had a resurgent year. Now I want to see how Summerall, dedicated to this program for the end of this year. I'm a fan. I'm a believer. I like Tulane to win this game. I want to see them in the college football playoff.
Isn't it fascinating how different this story is? How we're rooting for this guy. We're rooting for this team. Even the team's rooting for this guy because this is his big break. That's how different it is than the Lane Kiffin situation. So, Raphael, let me come over to you. Everybody wants Tulane to win. We don't know anything about North Texas except they have a prolific offense. There's a small chance they could get in with a win, but they'd have to have a lot of things happen and fall correctly for them.
I would love to say the Green Wave roll, but I think North Texas wins this game. Because if you go back and watch the Roadrunners, what did the Roadrunners do all over Tulane? They ran all over them. What does the Mean Green like to do? Run the ball. I think we see upset, and maybe even Coach O as the new head coach of Tulane next year.
Maybe, with the conversation he had with Lane Kiffin, maybe so. I got about 20 seconds for you, Brandon. Bring us home.
Yeah, North Texas wins this game. Rafi's right. They run the ball extremely well. They're going to win this game for sure.
So if they do, then who gets in? Is it going to be James Madison? Is it going to be North Texas? Well, who's it going to be?
North Texas.
You think North Texas gets the nod?
Absolutely.
Boy, it's all about rankings now, and it's all about the eye test. It's going to be fascinating. We'll find out on Sunday. I think ESPN. I think we find out at noon what the 12 teams are going to look like. Gentlemen, well freaking done. All right, still to come, NBA showcase time. If you haven't watched the Miami Heat play this year yet, you want to watch them tonight. And also, they're taking on a team that Mikey put the flag in the ground. Cooper Flag. Can you show up, please? We're talking the association next. This is Coach and Company. Having a great time on a Wednesday right here live on Stadia. All right, boys, we don't know the reason yet, but for some reason last night, the LA Clippers had decided they're going to part ways with a future Hall of Fame point guard in Chris Paul. He tweeted at 3 a.m. this morning. Why is he up at 3 a.m.? I have no clue. But he tweeted Lawrence Frank, the assistant coach for the Clippers, then tweeted ESPN and goes, "Yep, we're moving on. We'll help him with his basketball future." Mikey, he was going to retire at the end of the season anyway. What's his future?
Chase a ring. I mean, this is so fitting for the Clippers. You had two players worthy of hanging their jerseys up in the rafters. Blake Griffin, you sent him to Detroit. Like right before he could have just walked away, you sent him to Detroit. And now Chris Paul's like, hey guys, I want to end my career here. Forget about the botched trade to the Lakers. I'm a Clipper. And they go home. Go find a ring elsewhere, dude.
You can't. Oh, buddy, scratching on the door. Oh, my dog. Raphael, this is crazy. You could have. I mean, it's only a $3 million salary. It's not like he's making a ton.
Yeah, I wish we could find out what really happened, but it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to have the Dallas Mavericks as the betting favorite to land CP3. But why don't you send him to a place that he had some really good careers to end his career? Send him back to New Orleans. They need all the help they can get. They need to put people in seats. Send them back to New Orleans.
You think that'll happen, Brandon?
I have no clue what the Clippers are thinking. I don't know if he's going to go back there. I mean, wherever he goes, I mean, he's 140 right now in basketball years. So send him wherever. It doesn't matter. He's going to back up whoever.
20 seasons. 20 seasons. I had just turned heel when this guy started in the NBA. I mean, that's how long ago. That's how long ago this dude. But he's been a great point guard. He went to Wake Forest, if you guys forget, in the ACC. One of the great high school players. Scholastic Sports America was still going when Chris Paul was in high school.
Scholastic Sports America.
Chris Fowler was the original host of that show. I mean, that's how long ago this dude's been playing. My God, he's a dinosaur. We're back live in 5 seconds. All right, it is a full slate today. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 NBA games in the association. Wednesday is always a busy day. And if you guys are just kind of finding us and you're kind of morphing out of the football mindset into the basketball mindset, every single weekday, because of the new deals with Amazon, NBC, and ESPN, there is a nationally televised game almost every single night, which is awesome. Today, we focus on one in our NBA showcase. Boys, as fate would have it, the last time the Miami Heat played was against the LA Clippers and Chris Paul, and they scored 140. Maybe Chris Paul wasn't playing enough defense. Who knows? But I tell you this much, Tyler Hero is back, and he's fitting really nicely, and he had 22. They scored 140. They're in Dallas, and Dallas, by the way, guys, was my top three. It was one of my top three arenas to perform in when I was in the WWE because it's just so nice. You guys have heard of the locker rooms, right? The locker rooms had a PlayStation in every locker. I mean, Mark Cuban, we got to go in there and look. Oh my! How they don't get every free agent is beyond me. It really, really is. Brandon, let me start with you. The Heat are giving 5.5 on the road. They're 14-7. This new look, and you got to give Eric Spoelstra a lot of credit because they've hung their hat for 20 years on defense, on stars, and really playing gritty, grimy playoff basketball. They have flipped the switch. They are one of the fastest teams, highest scoring teams in the entire NBA. Your take?
Yeah, I think the number's right. I think the Heat take this one, and they might even win this one by double digits. Look, the Mavericks are terrible in Dallas, and maybe they should take the PlayStations out of the lockers because maybe that's half the damn problem. Is the players would rather be in the locker room than be on the court. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe Anthony Davis is too busy. Maybe he's like, our boy over in Arizona where we're just playing too much Call of Duty, and that's why he can never stay healthy. I don't know what's going on, but stay out of the locker room. Maybe take the PlayStations out. Maybe you won't be 4-9 at home.
Well, I will say this. They're coming off a game where they scored 131. They beat Denver. And your boy, Cooper Flagg, Mike, he scored 24, 8 rebounds, and had 2 assists. If he can do that tonight, do we cash? Yes?
We cash because it's
We ca-
points and assists. So let me just help you out here.
All right.
The Mavericks should play a lot better with Anthony Davis on the court. I'm very interested to see how he's going to match up not only against Bam Adebayo, but Khalil Ware, the young center for the Miami Heat. But here you go, Cooper. He's 7 feet tall. He can actually shoot. If you are double teamed, just give it to Anthony Davis. And also, Coach, real quick, stay on your toes. D'Angelo Russell plays very well with this Mavericks lineup. So I would look at it if you're looking for a player prop, see what his line is at. D'Angelo Russell surprisingly very well efficient with this Mavericks team.
He scored 8 in their last game. He played 18 minutes, so a nice little piece off the bench. Speaking of Anthony Davis, Raphael, he had 32 and 13 in their last game in the win over Denver. You could say they play better with him on the court.
Well, they play better, and it sets their lineup and their bench when he's out there. I think that's why everyone pretty much goes with their role. The total is 241, and you may think, wow, that's a big number. But 6 times the Miami Heat had totals 240 and over, and 4 of them have cash. Just because it's 241 doesn't mean it's a high number.
Wow. 2 of the last 3, by the way, for the Mavericks, they've scored over 240. So they are a very willing dance partner, an absolutely willing dance partner. This is the latest game on the schedule tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. First game's at 7, so a lot of condensed NBA betting tonight. All right, a lot of you are not here at the top of the show because we get it. You know, you watch 11, 12 minutes. I know we're popular. You may watch a little longer than that, but we understand you have a job. We understand you have lives. We understand we get it. We want to make sure you get all of our best bets. I told you, 8 and 4 tonight. We're going to do the Wheel of Doom live tomorrow. So it's time to lock it in. Another hashtag stay on your toes. Our guy Big Cheesy said takes the hero points prop tonight. Don't know what it is. Big Cheesy, if you can put it in the chat, I will read it and I'll play it with you. All right, Brandon, my guy, 10 seconds or less, 1 or 2 nuggets is all I need on each game. Start us off.
Let's go SEC, ACC Challenge, Clemson plus 10.5 versus Alabama. Alabama wins the game because that's what the SEC does to the ACC, but Clemson covers. Bucks money line versus the Pistons. Look, I know the records are much different, but the Bucks are playing better. They're getting healthy, and they're at home tonight. Give me the Bucks money line against the Pistons. And then give me the Ducks money line versus a bad Mammoth team on the ice. Minus 110 for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, who are one of the best teams in all of hockey, is a great number.
They're not as bad as their new name, though. My God, the Mammoth. I guess it's better than Utah Hockey Club. My God. Is that all you got in Utah, people? Is that all you got? All right, Big Tommy C. He had to run. I'll read his picks for him. He loves the Pistons against the Bucks, laying the 3.5. Detroit's come out of the blocks great. They're 17-4. They're the number 1 seed currently in the Eastern Conference. He believes they roll tonight. Also, it'll be a high-scoring game. He likes the over in the same game at 232.5. Raphael, you're up.
We're taking the Heat, Mavs, both teams to score over 115.5 at minus 3 nickels. Why, you ask? Because the Heat are averaging 125 points per game on the road, and Dallas will need to keep up if they want to stay in this game. And then college basketball, give me Texas minus 2.5. Look at the money line if you can get it at minus 150 or less. I think it's a really good play. Virginia just struggles as they're underdog. They're 1-5 against the spread.
In that ACC SEC challenge, I've got 3 plays if you're going to cash with the coach. I'm 3 out of 4. 3-1 in my last 4 plays. I love the Spurs and the Magic over 234, minus 110. Right now, the books are still sleeping on the Magic a little bit. They're an absolute over team now. The Spurs have been an over team the entire season. Love this play tonight. Blazers, Cavs. Anytime I get a game in the Blazers arena or the Cavs arena, I'm taking the over. The Cavs, they went through their little scoring lull. They're back at it. Donovan Mitchell has been on fire. I love over 245.5. And in that game, give me Denny over 24.5 because he's averaging over 25. And when it's a fast team they're playing against, that gives him more opportunity, more possessions, more pace. I love this guy tonight. Also laying the 3 nickels. Mikey P, give us 2 plays that you will not be watching tonight because you'll be taking Lady C out for her birthday. Go.
I didn't know I was doing all that. News to me. Give me Cooper Flag, 21 plus points and assists. It's very, very simple, Coop. This is your last chance on Kiss Up Mountain with your boy Mikey P. And then give me the Atlanta Hawks minus 3.5. We're not talking enough about this Hawks team without Trae Young, and Jalen Johnson is definitely an all-star this year. I know it's only December 3rd, but dude is playing out of his mind. I think they roll over the Clippers tonight.
6-4 in their last 10, 13-9 overall. So they've gotten off to a really solid start this season. All right, Raphael, make me a little smarter.
We're going to the association tonight because the Miami Heat have covered the spread in 6 out of their last 7 games as road favorites.
Very interesting. Brandon, what do you got coming up tonight on BetMGM tonight?
We are going to be talking with former Bears wide receiver, played for other teams too, Allen Robinson, as we do every Wednesday, and also talking to Joe DeLeon about the college football playoff. If you don't know Joe DeLeon, he is phenomenal with college football stuff. Take a look at him.
All right, that is 7 to 11 tonight. BetMGM. You guys can find it absolutely everywhere. Gentlemen, thank you all very, very much. Solid show today. Producer man, you know what time it is. Give me that one shot. It's now time for you guys to go out into the world. Do not forget, Coach and Bro on demand. We'll be live tomorrow on Stadium. Remember, we dominate 2 full hours every single Thursday. Coaching Company 10 to 11, Coach and Bro 11 to 12. Also, if you haven't seen the Ben Garrett interview, I encourage you. That's at our Coaching Company YouTube page. Just take a listen. Take a watch. You're going to learn so much about the Lane Kiffin. It's just entertaining because right now, whether you're on Brandon's side or my side or anybody else's side, at the end of the day, it's entertaining as hell. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire team, damn it, do I love them all. My man, Mikey P, Raphael, Brandon, and then Big Tommy C, always the heartthrob, and producer man behind the scenes. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day right here. It's Coaching Company on Stadium. Good luck.